Well, there was a lot of drama at the presidential complex in Ankara, right, as President Bola Tinubu survived a very brief, quite dramatic fall. He stumbled and he fell. Video has since made the rounds on social media, and lots of Nigerians have been saying, well, two schools of thoughts. Some say he's very frail and there's nothing wrong in an old man stumbling. Other people said, well, anybody would have stumbled because the ground wasn't just good enough, right? It was rough. We're going to have this conversation about the fall. What does it say about the country? Is he tired? Is he old? Or can we trust him to still deliver? Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. I think we're going to take the video. We're going to play the video for you real quickly. So stick around. Well, the presidency has since come out to, say that it was logistics. A poorly laid carpet led to the stumble and the fall. Here's my first question, PK. Do you think that was necessary? Was it necessary for the presidency to release a statement in this regard? And if you think it was, why?
Well, there's nothing they don't respond to. Onanuga must do his job. There must be a press conference. The press conference must go out. He told us there was an iron there. Maybe we couldn't see down the camera. But what I said was that there's nothing wrong. Even in the studio, you can sleep. Anybody can sleep. But that also doesn't deny the fact that what we are saying is that we need, in the next dispensation, a more vibrant president. APC gave us Buhari at a particular point. He was almost locked up at the presidential villa or at London Hospital or the Nigerian Commission in London for spanning month and all that. The same way we said in December, the president traveled out before the new year. The first time we didn't have a new year message in this country. The president was not around. He came back around 20th, 21st of January. Then in 7 days, he's traveling again. The president has not gone to so many places in Nigeria, but he has gone everywhere abroad. So where is he governing? Nigeria or India abroad, as we used to call it in Edo State? Is he in the abroad or in the Nigeria? So we need to know. We need, in the next dispensation, a more vibrant president, a president that we can have FaceTime with. For example, when there was the 9/11 bombing, President Bush was in a classroom with some kids. When will the kids of Nigeria, the youth of Nigeria, get to engage with the president? When will he move from state to state? All the projects that the president is doing or the federal government are doing, when is he going to supervise? When we say that there's problem in what's it called, Kogi, Abuja Road, when is the president going to see for himself what Umahi is doing between Kaduna and Abuja, Kano? I mean, these are the things that we need to see the president do. Attending function, having a first-hand information of how things need to be done. That's why we talk about people like Atiku. They don't need to come this way anymore. We are tired of old people governing us that can't have a first-hand information of how things are going.
Now, I'm going to come to you, Doc. In the high stakes of the international community, every move is scrutinized. What is the ripple effect of this fall on the reputation of the country because he is the #1 citizen of the country? How does it reflect the people of Nigeria?
I'll go straight to the point, Chinwe. You see, we are all susceptible to the laws of gravity. So the president, succumbed to the gravitational force, and I said this even off camera, and even every Christian will remember that even Jesus himself, stumbled and fell under the weight of the cross on his way to Calvary. So stumbling and falling down when you have a heavy weight or a cross or a burden of a country upon you is not something to be celebrated. I am of the opinion that we need younger people. I honestly hope that Tinubu can step aside, Atiku should step aside, Peter Obi should step aside.
Peter Obi is pretty young.
Oh, Peter Obi is not young. He's one of them. He should step aside. There is also a video of Peter Obi falling down in church. I hope that you can also play that same video of Peter Obi. He stumbled on the rough carpet and fell down. So Peter Obi is not an exception.
Okay, so now we are screening presidents based on who falls.
Yeah, so if we want a younger president, then maybe we should be talking about Showore. Yes, or maybe we should be looking at someone who is in his 30s.
Sure, is not in his 30s.
I'm not saying 30s. I'm saying we can come.
In his what, 60s?
He's in his mid 60s. The man is already heading towards 70. So he belongs to the same category. So if we're talking about we don't want your presidents falling, then all of them in ADC should get away.
How feasible?
And then let's have younger people like you.
I'm not trying to run for president of this country. Trust me, I want to live long.
Thank you.
How feasible?
So you won't fall.
How feasible is the 30-year mark? You said someone in his 30s.
Yes.
How feasible? Do we have anybody?
Chinwe, let me ask you that. How old was Yakubu Gowon when he was head of state of Nigeria? 29. How old was Obasanjo when he was head of state of Nigeria as a military ruler? He was about 30, in his 30-something. So all of these people you are seeing today, they ruled Nigeria in their late 20s and their early 30s.
My question
and they are the ones now ruling you now that they are old.
Understand my question.
So why can't a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old rule Nigeria today?
What should be and what is obtainable, two different things. My question is...
So you believe it's impossible?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Hear my question. What is the possibility of right now, before the 2027 election, getting a man in his 30s or a woman in her 30s, whatever, a person in their 30s, to run for the office of the president and actually stand a chance? I'm not even saying win. Make a level of impact. Who is the person that we would say we have been able to train through these years to carry on the responsibility of presidency?
So if you ask me, so why don't all of them step aside? All of them
if they do, who comes in?
Then we breed a brand new set of people.
Do we breed them right before, or do we start to breed them?
So
breed them just before
that
the
means
elections?
we are going to keep recycling the same set of people who will keep stumbling and falling down.
I'm going to ask PK the same question. What is the feasibility of getting a person in their 30s to run Nigeria? A country like
No, it doesn't have to be somebody in his 30s. We have a lot of young, vibrant people in their 40s, in the 50s that are quite healthy, that can govern this country very well. That you can't take that away from Nigeria. We're a very dynamic and amiable country that is full of a lot of human resource. So we cannot say that we don't have, and all these people are into one thing or the other, trying to make things work for the country, so we cannot say we can't get, but this is it. A lot of people are in the political circle that are contesting for election, and a lot of people are also there that are not contesting. Now, people need to now be conscious of who is contesting and who is not contesting. But from what we have already now, the president slow in whatever he's doing, because of probably age, because of probably his health status, he will be slow. We can't take that away.
I mean, but is he? Because based on the report that was put out, the statement that was put out by the presidency this morning about the fall, they emphasized that the president proceeded seamlessly into his bilateral meetings. Those were the words, I'm reading it. He said he proceeded seamlessly into his bilateral meetings. So the fall did not hinder anything. If he was so old and so frail, would he have, because I know I've seen old people.
Okay, so
and their age is actually hindering them from doing stuff. After a fall like that, you're going to the hospital.
So
or you're going to be in bed all day. But
he stood up. He stood up.
You see, we're not happy that the president fall.
Yeah, so we shouldn't rejoice about it.
No, we're not rejoicing over it. The president represents us as a nation, and is the first person. But if you analyze the video very well, you know that the president was working with the Turkish president, that's Erdogan, and they were going together. At a particular point, you will see that there's a point of divergent. The president was going this way, and the Turkish president was going this way.
But you also noticed that there was a cluster of media people before that.
What if you were trying to navigate around?
There were wires on the floor or something.
You see, but we can also take it forget the fact that the president fell.
Yeah.
Now, the president, is he ruling well? Do we see him all the time in this country? Is he a yes or a no? That's a no. In the affirmative, that's a no. We don't see the president. Doctor, we can't have a president that goes out of the country, 21 days out of the country, and the president is coming back. Just 5 or 6 or 7 days, the president is going back out of the country again.
Well, I'm not speaking for the president, but I just want to ask all of us here. You go to the markets, right? You go to the markets.
Definitely.
Are food prices coming down? It's a yes or no?
Yes.
Are food prices coming down?
Yes, but we also have an analogy for that.
No, you may want to analyze it however you can.
Economically.
My wife went to the markets just a few days ago, and when she came back, she was astonished at the prices.
Okay,
and when she kept on showing it to me, I personally
became astonished.
I was astonished.
Okay,
and I was saying, how come no one is giving credit?
Doctor, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
The prices of food in the market as of today,
yes,
were they the same with the price of food in the market May 29, 2023 that we have?
We're in May 29, 2023.
No, I'm just asking.
No, they are down.
The price of a bag of rice when the president came up, was far lower than
100,000. It was getting almost to 100,000 when he assumed. Okay, how much was it?
The price was much down than what the price is today.
I tell you what I would have used if I was in the UK.
Realistic.
If I was in the UK, the amount of money I would have spent on buying a loaf of bread as of 2023 is not the same thing as I would in 2025. Same as if I was in Canada, same as if I was in Dubai or if I was in Ghana. There is inflation in most parts of the world today.
But food prices are down in Nigeria.
And food prices are coming down. We cannot, see, I tell you why I'm taking this route.
Hide away from
we cannot continue to just poke holes in everything.
Okay, so the price of fuel.
We say it as it is.
The price of fuel as at when the president took over, how much was it?
How would it have been the same thing when subsidy has been?
I agree with you. The economic increase of that fuel price. If fuel price was at 165 and now we are buying fuel price at 815 naira.
You are right.
I mean, it's too way off than what you call inflation.
But can we also give him a little bit of credit for lowering the food prices?
Because it is helping. I bought a basket of tomatoes at 7,000. I'm sorry, you can't win me on that. It was 7,000.
And the bag of rice is so cheap. I got 10 tubers of yam day before yesterday for 15,000 naira.
That's still kind of expensive.
Which is still expensive. But I remember getting the same for 45,000 naira.
Well, under what administration?
Under Buhari's administration, when he was handing over APC. Yes.
This is where I'm going to draw the curtains, and these are the words I'm going to. I'm very sorry for cutting you, gentlemen. This is what I'm going to say. At the end of the day, if there's anything you should take out of this conversation, is that irrespective of the shifts in the economy of the nation, we are the receiving end. We the people. You have a duty to your nation to ensure that you do not continue to rubber stamp or to endorse your own suffering with your own hands. It's not enough to vote. Join a political party today. If you're sensible enough to write sensible things in the comments, you're sensible enough to bring it up in meetings. And just maybe if you're plenty enough, you'd make the right changes that we need to see in the society. My name is Chinwe Blessing. Thank you for doing this episode.